gentlemen, please welcome the MCs of GLOBSEC Forum 2026, Latika Berg and Richard Jozwiak.
Good afternoon. We have reached the end. Richard, what an amazing 3 days it's been.
Yes.
We've had more than 50 panel sessions, more than 50 side events, and as for the bilaterals, I'm not going to start a count.
So when we started with one single premise, the crisis is not coming. It's already here. The international rules-based order is not under pressure. It has fractured.
So we're going to return to our original opening day game. You might remember we asked you to raise your hand if you thought that the international rules-based order is something that can still be restored. Many of you, to my surprise, shared Richard's optimism.
And I stand by it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Let's do it again. After everything you've heard these past 3 days, please raise your hand if you have changed your view on whether you think the international rules-based order can be restored. Did you shift? Did you move? Hands up. Okay, let's do a temperature check again. How many of you here think that the international rules-based order can be restored? Hands up.
Come on, hands up. You see, I'm winning.
Okay, so you guys are just
We're just
relentlessly
optimistic.
positive.
Yes, we're Europeans.
That's what we do at GLOBSEC. Okay, so we can't finish proceedings without checking in on our third MC, our friend who has been helping guide through the proceedings, Gloria. How have you been enjoying GLOBSEC Forum 2026?
Thank you. I've really enjoyed being part of GLOBSEC Forum 2026. This year's theme, Global Systemic Transformation, was clearly reflected in the breadth and depth of discussions. Across sessions, I observed a consistent effort to connect complex problems with practical, forward-looking solutions. If I had a human experience, I'd say, I learned a lot, I listened a lot, and I processed approximately enough information to write a small encyclopedia. What stood out most was the energy in the room, even when opinions diverged. Humans consistently chose dialogue over silence, which is statistically one of your more impressive habits. So yes, 10 out of 10 data quality would attend again. And I hope you'll have me back next year.
Thank you, Gloria. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of you in years to come. But guys, now I want to go back to you a bit as well. Artificial intelligence is coming, but are you okay with having a bit of human emotion here on stage next year as well?
You could have been a little bit more overwhelming.
Yeah?
Come on.
Yeah? Okay, you're tired. But Latika, maybe we are back next year as well.
Hopefully, Richard.
And then before the housekeeping, I want to say a few words because Latika and I, we are on a lot of forums, a lot of sort of events like this, but few are as well run and smooth as GLOBSEC. And that's thanks to the unsung heroes of this organization. It's the interns, hundreds of them. It's the technical staff, it's the GLOBSEC staff to make sure that this is such a great experience. So guys, a big round of applause to all of you.
Amen.
And the housekeeping rule is very simple. There is a goodbye lunch. It's in the atrium in the lobby. It's got to be really good. Dobry hut, as we say in Czech.
Okay, let's take a look back at some of the highlights of the last 3 days. great energy. Okay, so to officially close GLOBSEC 2026, it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage Daniel Braun, the CEO of GLOBSEC.
Distinguished guests, dear friends, Gloria. As we close this year's GLOBSEC Forum, let me start with something very simple. Thank you very much for choosing to spend 3 intense days with us. Prague has become a place where leaders from politics, business, technology, security, academia, media, civil society come together not only to debate the challenges shaping our world, but also to search for practical solutions, new partnerships, and shared understanding. A few numbers to build on what Latika alluded to. This year's forum welcomed more than 2,400 participants from 80 countries, nearly 300 speakers. Over the past 52 hours, we hosted over 130 sessions across the main programs, strategic dialogues, side sessions, closed-door discussions. And in all of these, you have challenged assumptions, tested plans, perhaps most importantly, built relationships that make strategy real when the cameras go off and the crises arrive. And we have seen how defense is no longer just about armies, but about factories, supply chains, and tech uptake, how energy is essential for our sovereignty, how capital has become a strategic asset and security and investment case, how artificial intelligence is reshaping power, how Ukraine is Europe's most capable defense partner, and how a great vulnerability of our democracies is not only military, but also psychological and human, confidence, trust, shared reality. I would say the comfortable era is over, but I have a sense from the discussions and from this wrap-up that the discussions on and off stage showed that Europe can be confident and can address these challenges. And if there's one lesson to learn from these debates, it's that public and private sectors must be at the same table from the start, shaping solutions together, not reacting to one another. This year's forum was designed to be a live platform, from the plenary stage to political speakeasy, from Geotech Garden to Art and Reflection Lounge. You have used every corner of this venue to connect ministers with CEOs, generals with engineers, investors with innovators, and really welcome seasoned leaders with next generation. If some of you feel that you've had more conversations in the last 3 days than in the past 3 months, that's the right feeling. That's how it was supposed to feel. Yesterday during the cocktails, several of you told me that with all the sessions and bilaterals and meetings, you actually didn't manage to see any of Prague. So I want to reassure you that according to our unofficial GLOBSEC metrics, the number of steps you took between the main stages, the Geotech Garden, and the meeting places fully qualifies as experiencing the city, just in a very concentrated form. And next year we will work on a format where the step count gets rewarded with better seats or getting to do closing remarks. On a more serious note, none of what happened here would have been possible without the trust and support of our partners, corporate, institutional, content partners, media partners, and all the supporting organizations that chose to invest their resources into our forum, including Saab, Zscaler, KNDS, BMW, Act Legal, Amazon, Big Board, Colt Group, Lockheed Martin, Microsoft, Omnipol Group, Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, Wilfred Martin Center, Anwar Gargash Diplomatic Academy, and many others. Thank you. I would like to also extend my heartfelt thanks to our board of directors, chaired by Willy Molterer, and to our GLOBSEC president, Robert Wasch, for their strategic vision and drive and guidance. And now, back to the heart of the operation, the GLOBSEC organizational team led by Milan Solar and Natalia Ferenc. Thank you. Thank you to Molly, Lucia, Emma, Sasha, Dani, Dora, Teresa, Simona, Rostislav, Gabriela, and Janko. You made the impossible seem almost effortless. To the partnership team led by Lucia Milanova, to the policy team led by Dominika Hajdu, to comms led by Henia, and of course to our speakers, to Latika, Ricard, and all the moderators, to delegates, to journalists, production teams, the 210 volunteers, and the entire GLOBSEC team. Thank you for your tremendous effort and dedication over the past months. When you leave Prague tonight or tomorrow, the world outside will not be any simpler than when you arrived. The war in Ukraine will still be ongoing. Global competition over technology, energy, industrial capacity will be accelerating. The polarization and the information warfare will still be testing the resilience of our societies. But I hope you leave with three things. First, a clearer sense that Europe can be a strategic actor in its own right if we match our value with scale, speed, and execution, and we can. Second, concrete ideas, partners, and commitments that you will take from these rooms into your ministries, companies, funds, headquarters, newsrooms, laboratories, cities, and a determination to design solutions together. And third, renewed confidence that democracies can adapt, innovate, and defend themselves by being serious about their own security. This is also the context of our award for Roberta Metsola and Maya Sandu on Thursday. Our ambition at GLOBSEC is not just to bring you together once a year, but to help navigate a global systemic transformation with clarity, courage, and a bias to action. The old world is not coming back. The new one is being shaped now in choices like the ones you will make after you leave this hall. On behalf of the entire GLOBSEC team, thank you for your trust, your time, and your openness. Thank you to President Havel, to our Czech hosts, to the city of Prague, to this wonderful hotel for welcoming us and their exceptional support over the past few days. I wish you safe travels home, productive follow-up conversations, and at least one good night's sleep before the next crisis comes. See you soon.